Hey guys, been a long 2 years. Um, I guess we'll get right to it. I guess the first portion of the e-folio, the questions for the video, focus on how you used ABA in each of the permanent products or projects. Um, I will say that I definitely feel that within each of the projects that I focused on the 7 dimensions of ABA, tried to. Just as a general rule. And then the concepts of uh, acquisition, fluency, maintenance, and generalization. In regards to skills or behavioral goals that I was writing or observations, all those things were considered during the entire time. From the FAI, FAO, um, CBN, BIP. Um, so I mean, that's definitely what I considered. Additionally, functions of behavior, context in which they were occurring, behavior, of course, um, consequences applied, if any, um, and then, the consequences themselves, um, and focus and attention within them in regards to the 7 dimensions, acquisition of learning, interventions being utilized. I don't know if that is a good answer or not, but that's kind of how I viewed it and looked at it. And I think by viewing my work, you can kind of see that is what I presented and focused on. As far as my essential knowledge regarding ABA, it was definitely increased by taking these classes, I will say that, but um, generally, I've always had a pretty good understanding of um, principles of reinforcement, prompting sequences, um, antecedent behavior, consequence, intervention, teaching strategies, behavioral skills training. Um, Personally, with training, I always consider within all this too is the concept of like, what I call people, we all respond to internal stimulus, whether it's organized or disorganized. A lot of times, given the context of kids, students, individuals that we work with, it's often very disorganized and it goes unrecognized and will be easily attributed to something else, other than that it's something that needs to be addressed as that accordingly. I do appreciate within ABA, I think they refer to it as a, they do recognize it. Um, I think they refer to it as a private event. I could be wrong, so I probably should be talking about it, but I believe that's what it is. But within everything that I wrote, I still made little disclaimers, making sure that that's recognized because I do think it's important. And I understand that within behavioral psychology and ABA, the focus is on observable. Everything is observable, things that you can see and witness and measure and count. I get that. So within all the work that I did, that was there. But how do, sorry, unprepared. Okay, so how do the products demonstrate my, I guess, knowledge and understanding of using ABA? Hmm. I think you can just read through the work that I did. I don't think it's great. I think it shows competence. I think it shows skills. I think it shows proficiency in knowledge, understanding, and utilization of all those components. Um, do I still need to work through things and learn things? Absolutely. And I also need to learn to separate myself from It was difficult for me to create fictitious hypothetical events. Man, I had a hard time with that. I really did. Because I've been in this business, this field for a long time. And for me to try to fabricate something, it was so difficult because each individual is so different, and they respond to intervention, treatment planning in so many different ways, giving, reinforcement schedules or scheduled reinforcement, or what, when we actually determine what's actually going on, what I like to call sigh, die, or cry for. This is the one thing in the world that they will do anything to get. And man, once we understand that, that's what I love about ABA. Once you got that, you can build your world around everything with that, And it's yeah, but I did have a hard time with that. So um I hope I answered all the questions. And I will say I appreciate everyone in the faculty that I had the pleasure of meeting. Dr. Whiteside, just amazed at how knowledgeable you are, and Dr. Watkins, you as well. Um, um, I appreciate you both. Um, I don't know if she's still a part of but Dr. Jeanette Enriquez, she was great too. Very knowledgeable. I don't know. Anyway, I hope I did this the way it was supposed to have been done. I don't know, but I'm just getting my certificate, so hopefully. Um, Dang, I should have said that. Thanks.